So now that we know that our target is definitely vulnerable, we're definitely able to select data using this statement in here, and we can put whatever value we want in this location. The next goal is to actually start selecting data from useful tables. So hopefully from a user's table that contains usernames and passwords. Now you could try to guess that. So you could simply just, without even knowing that there is a table that is called users, you could just do select union select, for example, username, and just say from users. You could just try that and you could get lucky. First of all, I don't like guessing, and in many cases, you could have things that precede or go after the user in here. So you could have, for example, table whatever users, and then you'll never be able to guess the table name, and you'll never be able to get your data from the users, even though you have an SQL injection. Therefore, you should get a list of all of the tables in the target database. And that varies depending on the target database engine. But what I show in my courses is MySQL, and this time we have PostgreSQL. But as you can see, the way that you could retrieve database content is very, very similar. So you could do select star from information schema tables to get a list of all of the possible tables on the target database. So basically, information schema tables, it's a default table that exists on the database, and this table is designed to contain the names of all of the other tables in the current database. That's why you could always select data from it, and you'll always be able to get the table names from it. So there is no guessing in here. So we're trying to get the tables now. So we're gonna try to select the table name from information schema.tables, and that's all we need. We're gonna close it, and let's go ahead and run it. And perfect, as you can see, we got a list of all of the possible tables on the current database. And as you can see, some of them start with PG, some of them might start with other things that cannot be guessed, and therefore it's much smarter to actually do that instead of just trying to guess the name of the users table or the name of the credit card tables or whatever that you're trying to get. So if you look closely, you'll actually find a users table, which is right here. So you could have guessed it, but the point is I want to show you how to list all of the tables, because like I said, in many cases you might not be able to guess the names of the interesting tables, or there might be interesting tables that you don't even know that they exist, so you can't even think of their name. Now the next thing you want to do is get the columns, and again, if you go to the cheat sheet, you'll see how you can get the columns, but it's very similar to MySQL. So all you have to do is, instead of saying table name, we're going to say we want to select the column name from information schema.columns, where the table name is users. So we're trying to know the column names in the user table, because our statement usually works by saying select column name from table name. So this is usually the format that we do. We do select column name from table name. So we know that the table name is users, but we don't know what to select from it. Now again, you could guess that you want to select the username, and that you will be right if you do that, but I just want to show you how you could select the columns as well. So basically what we're saying is we want to select the column name from information schema columns. So this is another default table that exists within the database that lists all of the column names on the database, but we're saying we want to select the columns only where the table name is users, so where we have the interesting table that we're looking for. So we're going to copy this, we're going to go back here, and let's paste it. And if you scroll down, you can see we have a column called username, and a column called password. So you were right in guessing that, but I just wanted to show you how you could actually get the right names for the column names without guessing. So now that we know we have a username and a password, our statement is going to be very, very simple. So going back to our one, we can select a username from, instead of information schema.tables, from users. Copy this, put it here, and perfect. You can see we have a username called Carlos, and we have Wiener, and we have administrator. Now we could also select the password instead of the username. And here we go. We have all of the passwords for the users. Now we don't know which password corresponds to which user. So again, we can use the where statement similar to what we used it when we were selecting the column. So we're doing union select the password from users, and we're going to say where the username is equal to administrator, because that's the username that we seen earlier. Hit enter, and we have the admin password in here. So you could go ahead now and log in with the username and the password of the admin without having to discover an SQL injection in the admin, and you're not really going to be hacking the admin login page. You're basically logging in with his own credentials. So essentially, we are exploiting the web application that was designed to only load data for products for users to load the admin and their password.